Tomorrow will be 2 weeks that we've been closed. Oh, here she comes.
Of course, like right on schedule. Here's the cat. So it's a little after 3:30, our regular AMA Coffee Live Q&A.
Look at the cat.
And the cat is center stage. So who all is online?
Question, what's the cat's name?
Ooh.
Anybody know? Debbie Bauer's not allowed to answer.
Oh, I've got some viewers. I see 2 people on Facebook. Who's there? Greg Dunn.
Hi, Greg.
Mr. Dunn, how are you?
So the question was, what is our cat's name?
Yeah, trivia question.
Hey, Chris.
Hey, Chris is on.
Nice to see you.
Mr. Saleh. Get all our instructors coming on. That's excellent. I saw your photos, Chris. I'm jealous.
What photos were those?
He took photos of himself in some kind of lawn chair in his front yard, drinking a beer.
She's a hypoallergenic cat, Greg. You won't sneeze.
It's a lie. I knew it now. I forget. Bandy. Okay. Get out of that way. Get out of that.
I don't get it.
I think there was a spell check in there somewhere.
Get out of the way? What are you trying to say, Greg?
Get out that way? You're trying to get out to Chris's place? I don't know. That's not like. Hey.
I promise.
I would avoid traveling to other cities right now.
I'm wondering where all our other candidates are.
Yeah, where are all the other black belt candidates? It's 15 degrees here.
Nice.
What's it here? It's only 9 here. 9 degrees.
So Pranav, I hope you're working on your video.
Oh, tell the cat to get out of the way. Yeah, we're trying. She doesn't like to listen.
Hi, Debbie.
Debbie's online. Awesome. Pranav's on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
You're like clockwork, man. Awesome.
So Pranav, make sure you're working on that kata entry.
Yeah.
Either the nunchaku one or the empty hand one.
Yeah, so for all the candidates watching, the kata competition is mandatory.
Yeah, I did inform you guys.
You need to submit one of those katas.
Including Kabuto people.
Yeah, and Kabuto people as well.
You are all notified.
Awesome. Good.
Excellent.
And that being said, you know, for those of you, one of the things we talked about yesterday was sort of virtual private lessons. So we sort of we nailed down some ideas just because of time constraints on Zoom and stuff, because we'd have to do a Zoom call, like one-on-one with you. They're limited in how long you can do it.
They're not hard, Bendy. Sorry.
They're both very hard. You mean okay, difficult?
We'll let Sensei finish.
You got time, right? The katas aren't due until midnight Sunday.
Yeah.
So practice them, get whatever you can on video, and just submit it.
You so just to take a step aside, the katas, if you're looking at the katas on video and you're assessing them as difficult or very hard, I'm going to invite you to change your mindset a little bit and go step by step and just work the kata as best you can from a teaching yourself perspective. Okay, so you just need to learn the pattern. So start from the beginning, do the first couple moves, repeat that over and over, go back, unpause the video and work your way through it. You'll be surprised at what you can do. Just have confidence in yourself.
Yeah. So, and just remember, regardless of the whole competition aspect, I mean, that was just added for fun. The whole point in doing this is it's everybody that submits a video to us, just with their best attempt, will get an education credit towards your next grading, right? So think of it as a free seminar.
Yeah. And we're not going to scrutinize you.
Free seminar, well, unless you want us to, right? Like if you really practice it and you want feedback, that's where I was getting with the private lessons. Like, so for all of our candidates, all of the black belts, and anyone else really, if you want specific personal feedback, we are offering a private lesson package. It's 3 35-minute length consults through Zoom for
$45.
$45.
Plus
Okay,
HST, of course.
plus HST. So that can be, if you want a kata review with feedback, you could videotape your kata and send it to us ahead of time, give us a chance to sort of analyze it, and then hop on the call with you and sort of discuss things to fix. It's sort of like a football coach with their video, right?
Just a kata that you know.
Yeah, kata that you know that you're working on.
We won't be teaching any katas that way.
No, yeah, it's a little difficult to teach brand new stuff, just from space constraints, especially if you're thinking about weapons. So you do want to take that into consideration. You want to pick a kata that you have enough room to do at home or in your backyard. It's nice and warm out, right? So you can go outside, do it in your driveway, and then we'll sit down on video chat and do that one-on-one. So that's the private lesson thing. There's be something a little bit more formal going out. Diego.
Hi, Diego.
How you doing, man? There'll be something a little bit more formal going out via email and on the blog later. Maybe not today, but hopefully by tomorrow. But in the meantime, because obviously there's only 2 of us here, so as we will have to limit the number of packages available at some point, because we can only handle so many people in a week. Okay. So if that is something you're interested in, just reach out. Again, you can do it through Milton at amadojo.com. That way you'll get in the ticket system, and it's first come, first serve. What else?
Did you want to mention?
Yeah, so I don't think it was yesterday, maybe last week, we briefly talked about how makeup time would work. I mean, obviously, you guys have been awesome. Memberships are going through as normal. Our regular on hold policy has been in place as far as you will still have time to train, even though you can't get into classes right now. You're not going to lose that time. So one of our ideas to help you make up that time, because maybe you can't fit extra classes in your regular evening schedule once we get going again, is for the summer, we're going to offer 2 additional weeks worth of classes, but they're going to be broken up into a morning and afternoon time slot.
This would be good for kids, but not adults, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, this is more for the kids. As adult students, we'll figure out something for you as well. I was thinking more for our parents that are on here right now. So we're gonna do an earlier age group in the morning, and they'll be done by lunchtime, and that'll be sold on a per day basis. I mean, obviously, if you're using it as your makeup time, so 1 time slot in the week would be the equivalent of a week of training. So you're getting the average. We always recommend 2 times a week, so you're actually getting 3 hours of training for that week instead of 2, all in one shot of sort of really concentrated training while still trying to keep it fun, because it is the summer for those guys. And then doing the older kids in the afternoon, so from lunchtime to 4 or 5 p.m., whatever 3 hours works out to. So if we say 1 o'clock to 4 o'clock or something like that. So the same idea, and it'll be broken up. We still have to figure out the exact schedule for age groups and what days of the week those would be. And then our regular classes running in the evening. For the adults, we could do even right away, we could do the virtual camp, right? So we're thinking, you know, similar to the live classes that are happening through the Brampton's Zoom account, but just using ours. We just have a limited number of people because we want to actually be able to see you, obviously. Otherwise, we can't really tell what you're doing. And that way we could see you live, and would limit that to probably, I think the max we can get on the screen is 12 people, including our own camera. So 11 of you at a time, and sort of doing a virtual 3-hour camp that way with a couple of breaks in between. And that would be a great way for you guys to get your hours in for training, especially the candidates, right? Because you guys you're right now, if you're not training and taking advantage of the online classes, you are dropping behind the other candidates from the other dojos. I'll tell you that right now, because they're all training. They're getting on the virtual classes and working out. They are participating, right? So don't look at this as a vacation time.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you won't be physically prepared for the camp or mentally.
Yeah. And that goes for Kabuto as well. You'll need to figure out a way to practice your weapons katas. Yeah.
Social distancing just means you have to stay away from other people. It doesn't mean you don't get to practice, right? You just find a spot where you have the room. Like I said, if you have to move your car onto the road and do it in your driveway, then do that.
And if you're not doing your weapons katas daily, you're behind. You're already behind.
Yeah, you guys need to keep the pressure on, right? You know, we talked originally about, and I think it was our first call that we did, sort of the dojo's role to apply pressure, right? To create obstacles for you to overcome so that you can become problem solvers. That's ultimately what a black belt is. It's the major black belt skill, right? Is how to overcome everyday life obstacles. And you can only learn how to do that by practice.
Yeah.
This situation that everyone's in right now is just one more obstacle, right? So you're either going to lay down and give up, or you're going to overcome it and not let it stop you.
Creatively finding a solution. That's the mindset I want you guys to be in. Creatively finding
some thumbs up. Awesome. Yeah. See, I'm glad you guys agree, right? Because that is the black belt mindset, is just a problem comes up and you say, okay, I'll deal with that. What's next? Right? You got to get in, especially as candidates, you got to get into that mindset, get into the training.
Yeah.
No excuses.
You have to rely on yourselves, right? This is now where you have to self-motivate, which is going to be the skill you require for getting your need in. So why not start now? That's why teaching yourself the katas for the competition is so important, because what is it you guys do when you learn a new kata? You videotape yourself, and I can tell you that probably 99% of you really don't then go back and re-educate yourself or do self-learning with those videos. So really call yourself into account, and if you're not, this is the perfect time to get used to and figure out the way you're going to learn, because you really have to figure it out on your own. So I share that with you from personal experience. Yep. But the sooner you figure out how to learn from your own video, the better.
Yeah. So remember that the learning process works as a cycle, right? So you do something, and then you need a way of analyzing. That's the second part. You do it, then you analyze the results, right? Good or bad. And we have suggested that you do that via videotaping, or I guess video recording. No one actually uses tape anymore. I don't know. It's just a habit.
Yeah.
But so the doing of the thing, right? And then you have to analyze, and then you have to make changes. Like that's the triangle. You have to change. If you're not analyzing, you don't know what to change. And if you analyze and then don't do anything about it, then you're wasting your time anyway, right? The whole point is to get better.
Yes.
does anyone have any questions for us today? Ultimately, the two things that were new, my video is coming along. Awesome. Good to know, Pranav. He said his video is coming along decently.
That's good.
That's good.
That's excellent.
Right? And just keep in mind, both those katas are new for, I would say, like 99% of the students. We did the nunchaku kata one time in
Recently.
Florida.
Yep.
Back in the day, that's where
I just
we
did
learned
it
it.
at our school.
And then, so Milton has a bit of an advantage.
Yes, we
we
just
have some
did it.
people that learned it beforehand.
Didn't we do that like literally in March?
Possibly,
Right?
possibly.
Yeah. A few weeks ago.
So you guys have a bit of an advantage because some of the other dojos, they've never seen the kata. It was sort of like back when I first started doing the kama, right? You guys had the advantage of being the first people to go through the seminar and apply it at the tournament, and then all the other dojos wanted seminars. So.
And the reason, guys, that we have this nunchaku kata is because it's in my video library and I worked it.
Yeah.
I pulled it out and reworked it.
And you know what? It's the story I tell every single time. So you guys probably heard this before, but when I was going for Shodan, my first degree black belt, one of my requirements was to tape all my kata. And I found this out after. So we used to do gradings in two separate sessions. So there was like an academic session where I had to prove, it was about 6 hours long, and I had to prove, my technical skill. And then I would get homework after that to do in whatever the time period. But then if I passed that academic session, then there was a second session the next day at a gymnasium where they basically just beat you up for 6 hours straight. And that was open to the public. The first session, the academic one, that wasn't open. It was always done closed quarters. So anyway,
video.
When I was assigned my video project, I was not too smart and asked, do I need to videotape my weapons katas as well? And they looked at each other and said, no, we don't need that. That's okay, just your empty hand. I'm like, oh, okay, good. And I handed it all in. It was great. And I passed, obviously, and performed well. They loved the videos. I had to do self-defense sequences on there too. But they never saw my weapons kata on video. And my biggest regret was not videotaping those weapons katas because I've forgotten like half of them now, right? Like we had to submit, I had like 23 different katas to submit for my Shodan grading when I went for my first degree black belt. And just because there's so many of them, like, I try to share as many with you guys as I can, but Debbie, is that a question, Debbie?
No,
okay.
it's fine.
Yeah, so all I'm saying is don't make my mistakes. Videotape all your katas, including weapons and everything else you can think of, because what you're trying to do is create your own personal library so that if you don't practice a particular kata for a couple of years and then you decide you want to go back and learn it again, you have a resource. Tony Bazzini's online.
Hey, Tony.
Awesome. Right? So videotape all your katas and then go back and review them, analyze them, make them better. And then once you get better at it, retape I keep saying tape, but re-record the video and replace the old one, right? That's my suggestion, right? Regardless of the current situation, we should, as brown belts, I've asked you, everyone, all the brown belts going for black, to record their kata. And I'll tell you right now, after you pass your Shodan, in order to grade for Nidan, it becomes mandatory to submit all your videos, right? I need to be able to see on the video that you know the kata before you'll be allowed to grade.
Hi, Luca.
Hello.
Luca Vizzini saying hello. Hi, Annie.
Hi, Annie. Is Nathan there?
Hi, Bendeep.
Bendeep's on, yeah. Awesome. Okay. So I'm on a little bit of a rant there. Sorry. But I thought it was important, right?
Yeah.
Do you guys have questions for today? Yes. Oh, Nathan, sir. That was the answer to my question.
Yeah.
But do you guys have any questions now? I think my
You
brain
guys
is.
can ask us anything. Ask us
Yeah.
about our own training.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Yeah. We've been doing, she's doing, what was it this morning you were doing?
What was I doing?
Were you on video?
For my meditation?
No, doing a class. You did.
No, I
that
was doing
a
yoga. I was doing
It was
yoga
a
this morning.
video yoga call with
Where
a
do we
yoga
submit our leadership photo? Good question.
leadership photo. Okay, so you can, for the before and after photo you're talking about, right? For cleaning, I'm thinking you guys are doing the clean the room one. So before and after, email them to milton@amadojo.com. If the other option is you can post them, if you're on the Facebook group, you can post them on the Facebook group.
The closed one.
The closed one, yeah, not publicly. But if you do that, it's really important that you use the hashtag leadership hours. Okay, so that at the end of the week or whatever, we can just do a search on the hashtag and see everyone that submitted it that way, and make sure that you guys get credit for it.
So it was for reaching out and talking to someone. Yeah. So you if you have a photo for that, Megan, you can post it in the closed Facebook group with the hashtag, or email it to us.
For reaching out and talking to someone.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
that was for the
private?
adult. That was for the adult one. For the leadership.
Oh yeah. Okay, for sure. Yeah. So probably if you're on the Facebook group, because you can see everyone that's in that group, unless you have someone specifically on another platform, Facebook Messenger has a video chat option. So if you bring up so that you can see both of you on there and take a snapshot of it.
Oh, okay.
Right, and then you could submit that photo. We just need to be able to see that you guys actually talked to each other.
So hang on. So there was a question above here. Hang on. Is there a better link to have practice on video? I don't know what you mean, Annie.
She's talking about the live videos.
And Tony, Luca, we have been running online classes, virtual classes for 2 weeks now, at amadojo.net/live. And you can scroll down and see where or what classes are appropriate. I hope that answers your question. Annie, I'm not sure. Is there a better link to have practice on video?
Yeah, the best place is to get the Zoom links from that live page. So again, amadojo.net/live. And then beside each of the classes, there's a button that will take you to the Zoom class to log in.
And you'll need to download the Zoom app. Yeah,
if you don't have it, it will ask you to download it.
All the videos are recorded, Annie, and we will send out links for you to.
Is she talking about the kata?
No. Is there video to practice on if we can't log into live classes? So all the live classes are recorded, and then they're held in a library or on Facebook. Where are we holding those? So
everyone all the official classes that are being run through the Zoom are recorded, and they are being uploaded to Brampton's YouTube page. I shared that link in Facebook as a playlist. So a couple of posts down, you should see it. I don't think there was a picture that came up beside it. Their YouTube channel, I think, is just called The Academy of Martial Arts. And they should all be on there. I'll reshare their YouTube link. And then if you look under playlists, there's a lot of videos, right? So, and then we're trying to keep things organized and upload them. And when I say we, there's one guy in Brampton that has access to the YouTube channel, so he's trying to upload stuff as he can for replay watching. So hopefully that helps. Did that answer your question? Okay, good.
Which group? There are so many.
So the group, the Facebook group we're talking about is the one that you're in right now. So just AMA Milton, AMA space Milton. The one that this Facebook Live is being broadcast in, you can put it in that one. Did anyone log into the class? I did last night. Oh, Greg was asking, so Greg's asking if anyone was able to get onto his class.
6 p.m. yesterday.
6 p.m.
And he'll be doing it 6 p.m. again Thursday next week. Well, coming this week, I guess.
I caught a bit of it. I caught the first part where there was no audio, but we resolved.
Technical.
There's a technical problems, but I think it's been resolved. So this Wednesday?
Thursday.
This coming Thursday, he's doing another one. So all the hiccups should be out. Right, Greg?
Yep.
Okay. Anything else? Did I miss any questions? Yeah, I had no sound.
Well, that's okay.
That's all right.
Not last night, but I will make sure to do next Thursday.
Awesome.
Don't worry about the sound missing. People can just
It's okay.
follow
Stuff
along.
happens, right? It's a learning curve.
Silent karate.
That should have been your warm-up. Just
Will we need multiple angles for the kata challenge? No.
No, just from the front. Yeah, we don't expect you guys have a professional camera studio. So just record it on your phone and send it in to us.
Unless you want to get fancy and you've got lots of time and you know how to do that, but it's not necessary.
Yeah, if you see the nunchaku video where it has like the little picture-in-picture with the rear view, I did that all on my iPhone using whatever the one that comes with it's iStudio or something. So it's free with Apple stuff. iMovie, I think is what it's called. And then I just looked up on YouTube how to do that, but you don't have to.
Yeah,
and
it's not a requirement.
Yeah.
Greg's asking if his leg workout came through. We are still in the process of getting those pre-recorded videos up to the library, just so you know. That same goes for Rasheen, and yeah, okay. Rasheen sent me videos as well as Debbie Bowers, so those are still in process. Okay. Progress. Yeah, iMovie, correct. That's right, Stefan. iMovie. Yeah,
if you have an Apple computer or an iPhone or an iPad that has like whatever the latest OS on it, you can download iMovie for free as an app. That's probably the easiest, because then you can, like, you know how you go up and you hit the record button and then you run over to wherever you start your kata. iMovie will let you go and trim those parts off so no one sees it.
Yeah.
And just keep it easy. It doesn't have to, even if you don't want to do that, even if you just want to record it on your phone using the regular camera and send us that's all perfectly fine.
You can make it fancy though if you want.
Yeah, you can add.
Have fun.
Avoid adding music though. Do not put music on, because again, like we said, the top 3 are being submitted as semifinalists, and then all the semifinalist videos we want to play on a live presentation, so that the directors can vote on the first, second, and third place. And YouTube gets mad when there's copyrighted music in the background. So don't add music to your videos.
Right.
Everything else is good.
You have to pay royalties if you're using music.
You can, if you have a special effects thing that adds fire to your gi or something, go ahead. I don't care. Make it fun.
On the end of your nunchaku.
Ooh, cool. Yeah. You turn your nunchaku into glow chucks.
Hello, Mr. Dutt.
Vishal is online. All right. So just as a reminder for the people just logging in now, these live calls, the AMA, I think we're going to call it AMA Coffee Time.
Sure.
AMA Coffee Time is going to be unless I forget. AMA Coffee Time starts at 3:30 p.m. So
except
you guys,
Sundays,
except
Sundays off.
Yeah, no Sundays. We do have to still get work done. So
yeah, lots of work behind the scenes.
Yeah, so just try. We're going to be on again tomorrow, and we are going to be discussing, like I said, the private lessons, sort of the video analysis stuff, and
Camps.
potential
camps.
makeup class camps,
And-
either virtual. We might be looking at starting something up as early as April, where you can start doing makeup classes virtually, as well as in-person camps as soon as the isolation thing is lifted up.
Are we mentioning about if memberships are expired?
Oh yeah, so I forgot what we said about that though.
So if your membership has expired or is coming up for expiry, any time that we've been closed will be tacked on to when we return. Okay, so for whatever time period it is, perhaps you're gonna renew a regular membership and we'll just tack that on to the new one to make it easier. But in the meantime, there will be, so if you've expired and we're doing these camps, private lessons, there will be a fee for those that you can pay for and just do those classes. These are specific camps and we'll let you know more about those in lieu of any taking membership payments, etc.
Yeah, if you are already paying your membership fee, then the camps will be they'll be included in your membership,
Right.
right? As a makeup class.
Right. So it's only costs if you don't have an active membership.
Yeah. So yeah.
So Cody got a Gokugi and do a video. Cody, get a Gokugi and do a video.
Yes.
What's a Gokugi?
Goku is a Dragon Ball Z character from anime. Now,
I'm surprised.
If you're,
you know that.
if you're born, and I had to Google it, not today, but I have heard of it. That was more my younger brother's generation, but so I did see the show because he was in the house. So, but I know who he is.
Was watching, I'm sure.
That was not actually one of the shows I enjoyed, but yes, that's an interesting challenge. And if you can do your hair up like when he goes nuts, that'd be cool.
Cody has no hair.
Oh, they have to get a wig, or you can make it out of cardboard.
Oh geez.
Be creative. Be creative.
We'll accept costumes. Yeah.
Costumes. You might get bonus points for costumes.
So we will send more information about the private lessons, costs, the mini camps or what have you, makeup sessions that will be coming.
Yep. And again, just because we just got a few new people just signing on now, just again, these AMA Coffee meetups start at 3:30 p.m. So, he has an update for us from yesterday.
Cool.
So he's saying found the ability to use Roku's
for Zoom.
So for those of you guys wondering what that was, Roku they make those little TV boxes. And I think Mark was saying that some of the TVs have Roku built into them, if yours is one of them. They are compatible with the Zoom call, so you can get them right on. Right. Yeah, that was your homework. You can get it right on your TV, like big screen.
Does he get a credit for that?
I don't know.
For his child.
We'll think of something for you, Mark. Okay. But yes, thank you for looking into that. And I'm assuming it's an app on the Roku device. Is that correct? There might be a bit of a delay. So. While we're waiting, I'm actually curious for anyone out there. Screen mirroring. So you use the Zoom app on your phone and mirror it to the Roku device?
Cool.
Is that correct? Not an app, no. Okay. Hey, Rasheen.
Hi, Rasheen.
Yeah, so my question was if any of you that are on this particular call have not been able to get onto the Zoom classes. Like you've actually went out and tried and weren't able to get on? Okay, so I was correct. So it's an app and on the phone, and then you screen share it to the Roku. You can, if you're an Apple person, if you have an Apple TV and an iPad, you can do the same thing with AirPlay. Doesn't look, everyone was able to get on. Awesome, good to hear. So if you haven't been onto that onto a live class yet, so moms and dads, make sure your kids are getting on there and participating, because they need to stay connected. It will make your life easier later if you can keep their training schedule as normal as possible.
Omar.
Hey, Omar.
Hi, Omar. Yeah, so again, amadojo.net/live. It has all our online classes. Okay, so there's some daytime, a few daytime classes, morning, early afternoon, and then there's evening classes from like 4 to 7. So any of the classes can be attended, but you can look at age appropriate and belt appropriate. But if it's basics and it's for higher belt level, that's fine. They're all run about 30 minutes, so nothing too long. But make sure your child or yourself is getting onto those regularly during the week so that you can build a routine.
Yeah, you want it's all about maintaining the training as best we can, right? So that when all this is over and we can get back to regular scheduled program, and we hit the ground running as if nothing happened.
Glad that you think the site is well organized, Mark. Yeah,
awesome.
I think it's
you know, that first week was a hustle. We were all big learning curve. No one knew what was going on. And I know Mike, Sensei Superman from Brampton, was put in charge of getting stuff posted. And no, we couldn't give him the information he needed at that point, but now we're getting it down, right? And who knows, this might grow into something even bigger, where we start offering online stuff on a regular basis.
So Mark is asking if it's possible to label the online classes like Milton Dojo does with ours via belt level and ages.
They try. So if on that site, it usually has a topic and an age group, and then the instructor, and then a red button that'll either say it'll say join a class if it's a live one, or it'll say watch class if it's a pre-recorded, some pre-recorded content that we have in our library. 10 a.m.
So
Wednesday, Pilates.
Yeah,
so exactly.
For instance, all the classes right now are basically just saying teens and adults, self-defense. So some of the classes, Mark, do have, like it says green belt plus or kids orange belt plus. I think in order to, and then there's a family class for 8 and 10-year-olds. So some of them are, the rest are just assumed that they're for everybody.
Yeah, so some of them will say like family class. That means it's good for all ages.
Yeah.
Teens, yeah, so they purposely are being vague on age, because what we don't want to have happen is say, you know, this class is for 10 to 12-year-olds, and then no one signs on because it doesn't fit, right? It's you can do all the classes.
Yeah.
So there's no restriction. If your kid wants to do an adult class or listen to Shihan's lecture, do it.
Yeah.
It's open to everybody.
Yeah, so they're not going to be too difficult.
Yeah, I mean,
maybe for 5.
Shihan's lectures might be a little long for like a 10-year-old.
Yeah.
But if you know your kids, if they can sit and watch and they're actually interested, by all means.
Yeah.
Right. So as an example, I did our mat chat for 5 to 6-year-olds on Wednesday night.
You got it. Yeah.
And the only people that were on were all teenagers. And we did it anyway. And we had a great discussion. Funny enough, they're all from Milton.
That's awesome. So, yeah. And Mark, you're saying they can try and participate. If it's too much, that's okay.
Exactly.
Do what you can.
Exactly. Yeah. Right. And just think of it as a learning experience.
Yeah.
right? I mean, ultimately, that's what it is anyway, right? We do stuff in class that they don't know all the time. That's the whole point.
Yeah.
So they will get something out of it, even if it's just something to file away for a later date, right? You know, when they get to that age group or that belt level in real life, they'll be like, oh, I think I remember something like that from before, right? And then it helps them because they're not starting from scratch.
Yeah.
Anything else? Any questions from YouTube world out there? I forgot to click on the. Oh, we got 4 people on YouTube.
Somebody was asking if they can invite non-dojo people to the guided meditation sessions, and that's an absolute yes.
Yeah.
So it's amadojo.net/live, and then they would just go down to the appropriate time. So Tuesday and Thursday at 9 a.m. and Wednesday at 7 p.m.
And you know what? I mean, I know when I think all of these schools are broadcasting. I mean, as well as the Zoom, they're also broadcasting them either on their public Facebook page or YouTube page. We're doing all of ours on YouTube because we wanted to make sure that the non-Facebook people still had access. So basically all the videos are open to the public. So even if you have contacts, like if you're in contact with friends that don't train and they're complaining about, you know, the kids not having anything to do, feel free to share the link with them, even the Zoom link. Like you can share that amadojo.net/live page and just let them do it. It's okay.
And then Mark is mentioning he noticed a 3 p.m. cooking with Chef Andreas. That's going to be a fun one. That's Sensei Carrie Percival's, I guess, partner. So they're going to be doing kind of like a family cooking from the kitchen. He is a chef.
Yeah, he's a professional chef.
So I guess they're shut down restaurants. So they're going to do something fun. There's a list of ingredients that if you have or can get. So if cooking is your thing and you want to do that with the kids,
or even if it's not and you just want to laugh, I'm sure it's gonna be funny. That he's hilarious.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Anything else? Yeah, we're a little bit over. This one went a little bit longer because
which is great actually.
So you guys came on near the end, and we just kept talking. So. Yeah, so last time, reiterate, the AMA Coffee Chat starts at 3:30 p.m. and we're doing one tomorrow, so hop on the call. We're doing a great job. Thank you. Oh, thank you. We appreciate it. We appreciate the feedback.
And maybe tomorrow, if anybody has any movies they watched on Netflix, anything they can recommend.
Homework. Bring a list of your favorite bingeable shows.
We only binge at night, just so you know. We are productive during the day.
Yeah, we got to get work done, but then, you know, with everything that's going on, you need to zone out sometimes.
Yeah, so that's our habit right now as we go down and watch.
Yeah.
Quite a few.
The trick is not to bring potato chips.
Right, we can't do that.
Don't do it.
Not anymore. No, we must stop.
All right, guys. So I think we've prolonged this particular coffee time as long as we can.
Yeah.
We're going to sign off. If you have any questions, again, email the dojo, milton@amadojo.com, and we will get to you in due process. And have a great day.
And we'll see you guys tomorrow at 3:30.
Enjoy the warm weather.
Bye. See you later.